Welcome, welcome. My name is Michael O'Hara. We've got another edition of the Average Fantasy Football Take Show. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest, the one and only Emotional Cowboy from the Toxic Tower. Good buddy of mine that I've gotten to know this summer. How you doing today, buddy?
It's Friday, baby. That's how we're doing.
Things are getting very serious, it sounds like.
I mean, they couldn't be any more serious. It's just time to lock in. It's draft season.
Wait, are you going to be able to draft? So for those of you who don't know, Emo is heading across the pond to link up with his buddy Tom from the Fantasy Sanctuary. Emo also involved with the Toxic Tower. I've got both of those links down below in the description. But are you going to be able to draft when you're in England with all those guys?
I think I will be able to make slow draft picks as long as I'm not logged out. But no, I cannot enter drafts while I'm there.
So how does Tom do this whole deal? You're just on the sticks all the time?
Yeah, you picked that up quick, didn't you?
I like to try and put two and two together. I try.
Yeah, I'm a joke I made years ago is that I am the Harriet Tubman for my UK draft brothers and sisters on the Sanctuary. I am their way into DraftKings, Underdog, and Drafters, sadly, after Drafters and DK pulled out the last 18 months.
I need to ask, thanks for stopping in, Aaron. How the hell do you guys have sponsorship on the Toxic Tower? You had a discussion of how is the optimal way to measure your dick, and then rolled out a sponsorship within 10 seconds. How is that possible?
O'Hara, first of all, through Christ, all things are possible. Write that down. Second of all, it's about if anyone's going to sponsor with us, they're not unawares of who we are and what they do, right? And if they are, that's on them. I've said this a bunch. On the Toxic Tower, we're a lot like Cumtown, and that is some sponsors are going to decide that they're not interested and they're never going to engage with us. Some will take the dip and decide this isn't for them. And others will understand that this is the game that we play, and because of what unique stuff we bring to the table, they get a lot of value out of that. And at the end of the day, results speak for themselves.
JSN or CMC here?
I'm CMC over JSN.
It's fine with me.
So to answer your question, it's what we fucking do on the tower, and if you got a problem with that,
I don't got a problem with that. You'd think some corporations might, but
no, I'm saying to the corporations, like, what you get with the tower is not your canned bread engagement stuff. We bring the milkshake to the yard. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we do. Like there's a reason why you want a piece of the tower. We are the hottest thing in fantasy right now. We are crushing views for the subscriber base we have. We have a just a loyal, rabid fan base. Like that's what you want. And if we talk about measuring dicks and whatever, guess what? People like talking about dumb shit. That's a good thing. That's called relatability. Ladies want to tune in and hear what stupid shit their boyfriends and their husbands may think or say, and helps unlock the psyche of the human brain on the male side of the spectrum. All of that is why you tune in, because it's the machinations of three dumb, meaning well idiots that are having a good time.
I like how that's how you think you guys are catering to women.
You know what?
That they can get a better feel for how men operate.
No, that's obviously not it. The joy for women is to look at us when we took our shirts off, and that's not me being an egotistical person. That's me. Like those are testimonials.
You do have some three larger individuals.
Excuse me, large? Excuse me?
Larger.
You call me big? I'm huge. Dude, you wearing a hoodie in the middle of summer is sending me up a wall.
I knew that this conversation was going to have to happen eventually. Let's make a pick. Is it London for you or AJ Brown?
It's Neighbors.
Neighbors? Yeah, I'm fine to pull them up.
Yeah.
It really is just a symptom of my apartment, actually. So for whatever reason, like the AC, whether it be heat or cold, I know this is very boring, but it just blows way harder in my room than my roommates. So he's always freaking out. So he's got to keep the place at like 67, and it's always freezing in my room.
No, I feel that. My office in our guest bedroom as a house owner, I know that's something you'll never hear about.
On the low. Hell of a mortgage.
Brother. #blessed. No, yeah. So our 1960s thereabouts home, yeah, the AC pressure is definitely not created equal. So I get blasted in the office. I get blasted in the guest bedroom because we have like an open floor plan living room and kitchen. And so there's a lot less pressure that makes it to the far end of the house to, fill up a bunch of empty space. So the wife wants to run it that entire time real cold. And yeah, there are days I'm getting blasted, but I don't put a hoodie on because the rest of everything else, I touch grass. I get outside every once in a while and it's hot as balls. And by the way, I also have immaculate hair that I don't always wear a hat over. So, I can't be messing all that stuff up with a hoodie.
I have immaculate hair as well that I do most of the time wear a hat over.
Well, it means you're a child without a corporate job. You walk into a job like that.
I've never had a real job. Fuck a real job.
That's the difference between you and I. The only difference, man, you're saying. We're on the clock.
We should make a pick. Rice, that's a nice little fall.
Can I see who's available real quick to make sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm a moron.
Yeah, Rice here. Rice here's fine.
Yeah.
You're not worried, bro? You're not worried with sluggish dead legs?
Dude, he's never, like, for a little bit, I thought, like, Rashee Rice was, like, legitimately sick. I thought he was, like, one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. I have since changed my tune as of last year. This guy's just not good. And that's the popular take now. It doesn't matter if he's good. As long as he holds down the role, who cares? He's going to catch a bunch of slants, RPOs, checkdowns, whatever it is. It's all Rice. And last year, they were like legitimately scheming stuff for him in the red zone. I don't remember where he ranked, but it was a ridiculous number of red zone targets for how many games he played. It was pretty impressive stuff. So I don't know. I still think it's a fine click, especially in the third.
I think part of it also is that, like, we're not shocked to see that his rehab is still, coming up to speed. People forget we're still a few weeks out from week 1 because the NFL has pushed it back like they always do. And then to top that all off, he rehabbed in jail. So it's not like the normal setup anyway. And at the same time, what people forget is that he's an elite athlete, literally elite RAS. That's going to help. Like, if
what
he's
was
ramped
it?
up,
I don't remember.
It's like 9.5 something. Here, I'll look it up.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that, given his age, is another reason, like, from a physical standpoint. Yeah, 9.53. Man, I am a machine.
You're dialed.
Yeah. And what people also forget is that his elite athletic trait is explosion. So, yes, it might take him about a month or two to ramp up to 100%, but he's probably going to hit week 1 between 70 and 80% physical health and, in the median. And then outside from there, he can ramp up and physically gain what he's, not saw. Wilson here is interesting. Burden's interesting.
That's about it for me. Those 3.
Yeah, let's just go Garrett Wilson. It's not my favorite, but Neighbors and Rice could be slightly slow to start as they rehab and get back up to form. The Jets feel like a mess, but the target earning for Wilson is interesting. And, with McCaffrey, you get to kind of play fast and loose. I think we're definitely going to be in the RB business here in the 5th round.
Absolutely. I need to, speaking of slow starters, what the fuck's up with the Zach Charbonnet take that you're apparently getting out there?
It's not a take. It's all of the smoke and all of the reporting is that he might easily beat Pup or return much, much earlier than he thought. This entire time, I've been operating under the impression that, February surgery for an ACL for a guy who's not 25 or younger, who's not an elite athlete, standard, 9 to 10th month return. That's going to
November,
week 10 and 12 at the earliest. All of the reporting is that he's looking good and the team is potentially getting him back sooner than they think. All of it.
But people just say things sometimes.
No. Well, brother, who are you talking to? What I'm adjusting to is there's 2 types of ACLs. There's a full reconstruction and there's a repair. Reconstruction takes the full amount of time. And if he got a reconstruction, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If he got a repair, he can potentially return sooner, much like the George Kittle higher up Achilles thing. So, because we don't know, and I've been fading, I'm willing to just say, you know what? just in case he got a repair and I'm wrong on the timeline. And also Price is currently hurt and missing time, and we're not exactly hearing that he's going to get everything. And they like Charbonnet a lot, and he has pass catching. So at his price, it's just worth the dive.
I'm probably Bucky here.
Yeah, I think it's Bucky. So it's like a three-faceted reason for just taking some Charbonnet, especially on teams where I already have like 2 or 3 really strong running backs, because what we've seen from him is a pretty good, like, until he gets to what, Tyrone Tracy range, I think the value he gives you as a pass catcher, as a red zone type of guy, his 2 touchdown upside, just splitting the backfield, is higher than a lot of other guys. And I'm, and the other thing is he is simming pretty well in like the 140s, 150s.
The sims that are in your balls.
The sims that are in my balls are telling me, don't miss the boat. Don't be wrong. And honestly, at his cost, what's the opportunity cost, right? As all the fun players are rising, as the last few rounds of running backs are not super, inspiring, as Lloyd rockets up, Blue probably rockets up too much. Vidal is, there, but not the most fun, clean bet. You don't really want a Jets backup. It's like, okay, so then, if the running back is going to be done by around 15, 16, I think I'm trying to be very fluid. Here's the thing, O'Hara, you're new here. My whole thing, and I stole this from Josh Hermsmeyer, who stole it from someone else, and you don't even know who that is, and that's fine.
I know who Josh Hermsmeyer is. The air yards guy?
Yeah. Air yards king.
Yeah, I know.
Strong opinions held loosely. I replaced that with strong takes held loosely. I've had some strong takes about Neighbors I capitulated on. I've had some strong takes about Charbonnet I'm starting to capitulate on. I've had strong takes I'd be willing to capitulate on Brooks for, but the price, fuck it. You know what? There's some fades you just got to stick with and hope for the best on.
You're fading Brooks?
I've been fading him this entire year, bro.
Dude, that sucks. You don't even have like 1 triple-digit share?
I think I have I might have 1 or 2 triple-digit shares across all of my portfolio, and I got a couple like mid-hundreds to hundreds tens on teams where he's like RB4.
That's really sad life to live, man. It's a really sad.
No, it actually feels great because if he gets injured, I'm scot-free.
I don't mind Warren here, or Hurts.
Yeah, Warren or Ramondre. Let's go Warren.
If Hurts makes it back to us, I think that's an auto click.
Any of these QBs are an auto click besides Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, May Burrow won't get back to us, but we'll see.
I mean, I got May in the 7th round of an eliminator yesterday. That was fun.
What? Did you catch your own stream yesterday?
Like 15 minutes.
Wait, was that the day that they were freaking out about eliminator strategy?
Or
was that
big eliminator Wednesday?
Yeah. Well, so what's the meta in the eliminator
for a limb?
Yeah, like give me the 30-second like elevator pitch. Like,
because
y'all were like fucking getting your panties in a wad about how to draft the eliminator.
Well, eliminator in and of itself is don't have too many overlapping bye weeks. Probably try to have no overlapping bye weeks at the onesies.
Yeah.
Don't get left behind at running back, and don't be too weak at any position. That's like those 4 points are the full thing. BBG was freaking out about the big eliminator because he forgets that it's an even softer setup in early bye weeks in the big eliminator. You can survive much, much easier because those early elimination weeks are like 2 or 3 get chopped max any given week. So it's not as worrisome to have an early bye week. BBG sees one thing and over indexes on it because I love him to death, but like he's so narrow minded that he can only take in like one piece of information at a time. And so, and that's really all it is. I mean, it's what it comes down to.
That's very funny. What do y'all have planned for the season? Let's make this pick first.
Sure.
I like Kraft. I would go Williams and Do you take Williams without Burden or
I do sometimes. In the puppy, it's not as fun. I was hoping one of these guys fell. And I guess
I don't mind Reed either.
Let's go DK. We got a Pittsburgh thing going on.
Indeed, we do. We can play for Rodgers. we're gonna miss. This is turning into a 3-quarterback build pretty quickly. So that's cool.
I mean, here's the deal. After like the elite 6th round quarterbacks of Daniels, May, Hurts go, to me, they don't really like. Caleb should probably be going in the Dak, T-Law, Herbert range anyway. And at 92, we're going to see one of those guys. We're going to have all those guys. Any of them can fall. And then you're going to get like Purdy, Dart, Mahomes, whatever. Those guys are all the same to me. And the wide receivers are starting to feel a lot less flat and available with all the mounting injuries, with some of the unconfirmed timeline return. If anything is wrong with Pittman, who had a leg thing that they're looking at, the Sims and ETR like Metcalf quite a bit. In a build like this, quite frankly, the thing I'm most over-indexing on the preseason notice is that Tennessee's secondary is dog shit, and they play Pittsburgh week 17, and we can see a lot of passes abusing that secondary. So bang, bang.
I agree with you on the sense that there's no functional difference between the Lawrence and Herbert pocket of quarterbacks and the guys who go 15, 20 picks later. I think it just comes down to stacking options, that it's just the guys who go earlier have some early round stacking options, and people will pull them up just to get that built in and pulled together. And the Purdy's of the world, the Darts of the world, there's not that many options. I mean, I guess that's just kind of the mechanics of the market. It's not really anything useful. The Cam Ward hate watch has never been better.
So nice.
How bad was it? I didn't watch the game. All I saw was him like flinging a pass into the sideline.
So Hayden Winks, a little bit more film knowledgeable than I am.
Yeah.
And he was kind of defending, saying, hey, the O-line and the wide receiver timing looks a little bit off. I know it's a new offense, but I'm a holistic guy. I'm a big picture guy. And if I zoom out and I say, as a rookie, full season kind of looked like shit. As a prospect, wasn't super inspiring because I'm not chopping up small sample sizes to fit my narrative more often than not. And then since camp, since OTAs, we've heard he looks kind of erratic. We haven't seen a lot of improvement, and now he still looks not that good. I'm willing to say Tennessee probably just sucks. The O-line and run game will probably be funneled the most. It's probably going to be Wandale, Spears, Pollard, and Prey outside of those guys at targets. Also, we have a Purdy stack, we have a Dart stack, we have a Mahomes stack, we have a Baker stack, we have a Roger stack. I wasn't too worried about naked Caleb. And like I said, Herbert falls.
Double tap.
Let's go Herbert because we can backstack him a little bit, and he is mobile, and then we can get one of Mahomes or Purdy or whatever. I'm willing to. I knew we'd get one QB faller probably with this room, and I like Herbert in the 8th, to try to backstack more so than I like Caleb.
That's a nice value.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. I think this might be the first time on your channel.
Nut.
Little value nut.
God.
Hi, Aaron.
Oh, so we were getting into it, but I never got an answer. What is going to happen on the tower this year in season? I heard it wasn't like much in the past.
I mean, that's not true.
We're just like you were going through portfolios and like stuff.
No, it was working smarter, not harder. It was working harder, not smarter. So we were doing dailies, we were doing portfolio reviews, we were doing DFS lineups, we were doing we did some game cast, like watching shitty games and talking through them and stuff. This year, I think we have what I'm trying to push, what we talked to Mason Flock, aka Mason Don, aka the Flock, about was, hey, follow some of the bigger fish pond type of stuff. Talk through, and what you just did with BDGE. Congratulations, by the way. Let's talk about that in a minute. Doing more ranks and tiered ranks videos, game breakdown stuff, some more pre-record, like one pre-recorded big, like here are our ranks and here are the things we care about. Push that out, like Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and then do our normal stream show where we're, I'm hoping we just talk about things we give a fuck about, things we're looking forward to, bad beats, roster baiting, portfolio review, some picks, and some of it's going to depend on our sponsors, right? We're going to probably push some of our RotoWire in-season tools, some of our drafters picks, some of our underdog picks. So I think you're going to see like a little bit of like gambling and gameplay and, managed season talk with some game breakdown stuff.
Is it Dart or Purdy for you? Assuming both are there.
That's a really good question. I think
it's tough,
Dart with Neighbors over Purdy with CMC is what my gut says.
You can also backstack Purdy though.
Go Purdy. Go Purdy because Dart sometimes falls. Purdy falls less often. I like the San Francisco offense much better than like the Giants offense.
So much more. Much more.
Yeah.
I am genuinely nervous about the Giants offense just being garbage.
You should. Matt Nagy, Greg Roman, and Harbaugh is a trio to run an offense, and it's not a fun trio.
Yo, what's good, Hartman? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it's hard for me to get off Scatterboot just because of the touchdowns and the receptions. But every time I just like, why am I spending a 4th round pick on this guy when this team could realistically score 20 points per game or less? And it's just a scary thought for me. So I'm going to be pretty flat on Scatterboot. It's tough, but I am looking forward to the Toxic Tower, quote unquote, normie content. That is, so you're going to put together full rankings lists every single week.
I think we're going to attempt to do that. That's
have you ever attempted to do that? Like in season?
I have, the guys have not, but
they are in for a rude awakening.
Well, here's my hope. My hope is we're more focused on like tiers of, like, I think we got to do it in a smart, actionable way of like tiers of trust, don't trust, keep an eye on. Like, and I think you got to, again, we're going to be playing around with it as a trio. I've done some of that stuff. I have a sneaking suspicion PPR Tyler with his RotoWire job is going to be doing some of that anyway. So really and truly it's just getting BBG to lock in. But, with all his manifesto stuff lately, I feel like, telling him to talk to Claude to help him with his ranks is not the worst thing in the world, because honestly, he's only going to talk about 4 things anyway in the ranks of the ranks.
I've got Kittle queued up here. I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, let's go Kittle, and let's make it work. And yeah, we're seeing a quarterback fall every single time, so that's interesting. The puppy streets have been less horny for quarterbacks than, and then same thing with BBM. BBM not as QB horny outside of the eliminator and some of the high dollar stuff.
Do you max BBM?
No, never have. Likely never will, unless Underdog sponsors us to do that. And I think those days might be behind us.
That ship may have sailed, buddy. I'm sorry. Yo, what up, Chris? Thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, I don't know. That I will never. I don't think I will ever. But BBG.
It's not the contest for me. And it's funny. I used to kind of get shit for not maxing BBM while playing like 1,000 teams a year, but then Sam has never maxed BBM.
He won, yeah. What did he have? 54 teams last year?
I won't say never, but he drafted like 53 teams last year and won. So, and on my limited volume as a solo drafter, I've had some really good, playoff sweats that just went really poorly. And then obviously last year with Sanctuary and Tower, we made a BBM final on like 75 or 80 teams, something like that. We're going to have about a little bit more than that this year, I think, just with the BBM funds. But it's been a lot more fun to like big a limb, big dog, not just all BBM.
What are you thinking here? I like Kincaid. We could pull up Samuel as well. We're at a 2-3-4-1 right now.
Scroll back up real quick on the player pool.
I don't mind.
If Jacoby here falls, I think we grab Jacoby, knowing that one of the San Francisco guys is hopefully available back on the turn. But I'm tempted to just pull up a San Francisco stack.
That'd be my preference. Would be honestly dribbling at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say dribbling was the Purdy move. Yeah,
and Jacoby goes anyways, dude. Yeah. How much is he gonna come up? This is pretty.
I think this is probably his new price.
I think it's right here.
Yeah, I think it's his new price. I don't love it, but given how we already built this team out, I think settling for Debo is a miss. If we had like by late season, we've got early season covered with Metcalf and with Garrett Wilson, with Neighbors and Rice. By late season, I'd much rather have the upside swing of Stribling than Debo, who right now Debo sounds a lot more like the RB2 than the wide receiver 2.
By late season, we might know that Stribling's just fucking terrible also.
I mean, how many of these guys are going to be mostly terrible? Like Casey Concepcion could be terrible. We don't know. He looks fun. Myers could be phased out,
Yeah, I'm not drafting Myers at all. I think he's a terrible pick.
Higgins, I mean, I don't think he's terrible.
Higgins is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and Higgins is fun. Like late season, Tank Dell looks like he might play week 1 and get ramped up. So by late season, it sounds like if they can play a bunch of 2 tight end sets like they want to, and like they've been trying to the last few years in Houston.
It's Higgins. By the end of the year, I don't know.
Dude, here's the thing. This team rotates Nico out more than they
didn't. They did not. They did a couple years ago. They haven't recently.
I watched them. Okay, I watched them in a fantasy playoff game, week 15.
Wasn't he coming off a concussion?
Nico catches a 40-yard fucking catch, and he takes like 3 plays off. It was maddening. They like Xavier Hutchinson. They like Higgins, and Dell is Stroud's boy. I really do fear that wide receiver 2, 3 is like a 4-man rotation, and that's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. Are we taking 3 QBs on this team, by the way? How do you play this?
I think we have plenty of play to kind of push the third quarterback, knowing that we have Rodgers in our back pocket.
Yeah, just for moving forward.
There's not really a Chargers guy we're gonna snag besides like a late tight end, and that's okay.
I like Goddard for the bring back.
Goddard's great here. I have a feeling he's gonna get snapped up.
They would never do that. Fuck. All right, time to pivot.
Let's get Woody. Let's get Woody as RB4.
God, that sucks. I think this might be my first Woody share of the year.
It's not fun, but you got to take some.
Dude, you're making me light $5 on fire.
Max, was your first BBM bum hunting the tower? That's fucking sick and hilarious.
Drafted my first BBM last night on that stream. Buddy, we drafted BBM together like a month ago.
I agree that the only Texan I really do. Oh, what?
What?
Oh, he said that stream. I didn't know what stream we were talking about.
Yo, what up, Bayou Bengal? Jerry also in here.
Jerry.
That heavy agenda is going to blot out the sun. Agreed.
No, I mean, that's like, I love like Nico with heavy alignment in Houston can absolutely fucking destroy. And that's very fun for sure.
I mean, so are you a Texans fan?
To the normal person, I would say yes, but I'm annoying. And I say, I'm not a fan. I'm a Houston native. I used to be a fan. I don't really support the McNair family. And I certainly don't support how often that they've just let dumb shit I hold a higher standard of my teams. And I go to Texans games. I do watch and support the team in spirit. But I refuse to call myself a fan as long as they keep running the organization like they do. And that's the annoying answer.
What was the final straw? Osweiler?
No, like that one made sense, right? Like try to get something. I'll give you the whole soliloquy in a second because there wasn't. It was death by 1,000 cuts. Strange for sure. I think here.
You like Strange over Chig?
Yeah, for sure.
That's just not fun at all.
I think Strange is a better player than Chig, and I think Strange gets more targets than Chig. And dude, I have a
Chig is so sick after the catch.
Show me how many targets he's gotten in his career year after year with not much competition.
It's like 50 balls a year catches.
Yeah. Yeah, at 149, I want a little bit more touchdown and target upside than that. And Strange missed 4 or 5 games last year. Still saw more targets.
Don't remember how many games he missed.
But yeah, the final straws of Houston Texans fandom was probably
the David Johnson trade.
Trading away Hopkins for a fucking bag of chips pissed me off.
What'd you guys get actually? I forget.
It was like a third. Wasn't it like a third? It was like a second or third round pick. It was fucking nuts. It's not a fan, Goombas. It's the fact that he's gotten a really strong camp. We're getting reports that his role isn't that bad. And as far as, and honestly, I'm fake because I was just talking about how Charbonnet should probably be someone that we capitulate on, and then he goes right after us, so that's annoying. I do think I like.
I'm glad he went right after us. Thank God.
I think straight up I'd take Sharms over Marks, but just as structural, it makes sense. But yeah, we traded for David Johnson, traded away Hopkins and a 3rd round pick. Just ludicrous shit. Even at the time, that was a ludicrous trade package. Fucking giving Bill O'Brien all that fucking leverage sucked. Jack getting all that fucking control in the front office was just terrible. Calling our team inmates was terrible. Letting Andre Johnson leave the building pissed off and not talking to us for years, unacceptable. Not letting JJ, like not retaining JJ Watt, letting him go to suffer and get hurt in Arizona, awful. Having an elite defense and wasting it away with, the quarterback situation, never drafting a quarterback in the top 3 rounds, never fucking taking the shot, and never signing anyone that was more than a bridge option at best. Abysmal. I could keep going.
They have CJ Stroud, bro. He's the answer.
The only thing I will give the McNairs is that McNair is the only reason why they drafted CJ Stroud. The coaching staff and the GM wanted Will Anderson, and then they were going to play it by ear at quarterback. And the day of the draft, fucking Cal comes in and goes, "You're drafting a quarterback."
Remember when he was going in the 4th round? It's Lloyd for me here.
Let me see the running back room real quick that we have.
CMC, Bucky, Warren, Marks.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, Cal McNair having to walk into the front office day of the draft and say, I don't care how you do it. You're leaving the first round with a quarterback. So they day of put together a trade package so that they can get both Will Anderson and CJ Stroud. And it's like
they got watched David Johnson.
This team just can't fucking help itself. And to this day, like Casario's not a good GM. They've had no plan to improve the offensive line year after year.
The offensive line stuff is hilarious, man.
Dude, it's
hilarious.
You wouldn't get away with this shit in Madden, bro. Like trading away all of your starters to just sign a bunch of jag swing tackles and backup guards is atrocious. And then they it's like 1 or 2 draft picks outside the top 20 year after year. It's what they did at quarterback for a fucking decade. And it's like they just refuse to optimize what matters. And it drives me fucking Looney Tunes. And then D'Amico, who I love dearly, cannot be like aggressive consistently with like critical situation play calling of like when to go for it, when not to go for it. Way too happy with field goals, way too happy with elite defenses. And by the way, losing at home when you get 6 interceptions from Jared Goff, like I'm cleaning house after that. I do not fucking care. This team is just, it organizationally stinks to high hell.
Who is this guest and who is this fool and how did he become a guest? This is a guy who claims to be not a Texans fan, but he has just ranted about the Texans for 10 minutes. Also,
I could rant about any team. I have hate in my heart for every team.
This offseason, it's been particularly awesome because let's make this pick really quick. I got Gadsden queued up, by the way.
No, I think we got to keep letting him fall. Hit receiver tab. Hit receiver and quarterback. We can wait on quarterback.
We can do Rodgers.
No, get Booty.
Booty. I ain't taking
Booty or Bryant. Booty or Bryant. I want
Bryant.
Booty or Bryant.
I don't take Booty.
Well, he's getting traded. He's getting traded, so his situation could get much better.
Yeah, to like the fucking Raiders.
That'd be great.
That'd be terrible.
All of the route, wherever he's getting traded, it's almost certainly to start. You understand that, right?
Not always, because he's like also like not that good.
He's pretty good.
I don't know, man. I'd rather have Pat Bryant.
It's because you're a goddamn slappy.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. I know where I sit. Oh, but what I was gonna say, dude, the like I get the notification. It's like the Texans have traded a 5th round pick or whatever it was for David Montgomery, and then 10 minutes later, it's like clear that they had to like bump the price up, and they send like a 4th, a 7th, and Juice Scruggs. That was so bad.
Dude, Casario's not a good GM, and I'm sick and tired of pretending like it. Like he can get a 1st round pick mostly right, and that's about it. It's maddening. The way he team builds, no plan. Gets fleeced in every trade. It's fucking abysmal. Extends every dusty running back. Like every time they trade something fine for a running back, like the Mixon trade. Mixon trade's fine. They immediately extend him and give him a bunch of guaranteed money that blows up in their face within 14 months. Just like you can't keep doing this shit. It's fucking ridiculous.
The Mixon shit was so funny. What, he dropped a weight on his foot and now his career's over?
Yes, but you still don't give a 29-year-old running back like $25 million guaranteed that you got for a 7th round pick. You You just roll into the season with nothing to worry about. If he booms, great. Give him a 1-year bump. And the worst part is every other team gives like similar to worse running backs, similar, like way lower and better team-friendly deals. Rico barely got any money. White barely got any more money. Actually, like very little money. 1 year, like we see J.K. Dobbins. We see a bunch of like 1 and 2 year, but basically effectively 1 year deals with very little money for all these like contingent running backs. And the Texans are like, no, I'm going to pay 29 and 30-year-old running backs $15 million guaranteed for no fucking reason. And the only thing I give them props for is fully guaranteeing the most contracts and most contract money of a bunch of players. I love that they pay players. They pay the wrong goddamn players a lot, and
far too often.
It's like the anti-Bengals who don't want to spend any money. The Texans are like, I need to find the worst player to pay a bunch of money.
Rodgers.
Is Mendoza still on the board?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, then it's Rodgers.
Yep. Easy pick. 3, 5, 6, 2 so far. Couple more clicks to make. I think are you cool stopping at 5 running backs here?
Yeah, with CMC almost always, but especially when we got Bucky and Warren. Like we had 3 running backs by round 7. The Sims would tell us almost certainly you're good to go unless we'd had like a bunch of overlapping bye weeks. We have some pretty strong contingency that also correlates with Woody and with Lloyd with some pass catching. And now we get to just try to finish out the receiver and tight end room. Maybe even backstack Herbie with one of Njoku or Kolar.
It does sound like you're compensating for something.
Hey, Charles, this is a lot of talk for a guy whose wife uses BBC. That's not even a joke. That's just a factual statement.
Factual statement.
Hashtag promo code EMO to use the Best Ball Champion Spags of Splash Plays sim tool.
What Very the fuck fun, is that?
You know, oh, bro. It is his Sims tool. It runs 10,000 Monte Carlo Sims, draft capital, EPA per play.
Is it like legit?
Yeah, I use it. I think it's what is it? 10% off with promo code EMO. It's a Chrome bookmark extension. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's actually very easy to use. It simulates very quickly.
Is it DFS too, or just best ball?
It's just best ball right now.
Okay.
On DK and Underdog.
OG Man says it is super legit.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It is. I think it's the cheapest and best sim tool I would use to change up some of like structurally some of my portfolio stuff. At times it overweights a little bit too much on stacking, but who's to say? But no, I enjoyed it a lot. It's been a good tool to use, and a lot of the drafts I did in pre-draft grade very well on bbmdb.com.
Am I getting a Hurst share?
Or hit tight end tab.
Hurst
because
I don't have any and he seems fun.
Sure. We'll worry about time with our last pick because we have Waller in our back pocket.
Dude, there's always Waller. You can even draft Evan Ingram. He's the Joker.
I've gotten sniped 5 times out of 6 on Waller in the last 48 hours. It's been horrendous.
I hope for dailies, BBC gives you access to Spags DFS.
I believe that is the case.
Is he a crusher?
What's that?
Is Spags a DFS crusher?
Yeah, bro. That's like his come up was he's like a big NBA DFS guy. Okay. NFL DFS, Showdown, plenty of best ball, MLB stuff. Yeah, he's been crushing all of the DFS for like a long time.
My only exposure to him is when he was on your show. I caught maybe like 45 minutes of it. Seems fun.
Spags is great. Spags' content is great. Spags' data is great. And I think he's one of the better users of he's been using multiple different types of sims for a long time to create good lineups, to create good exposures, to attack things really well. In best ball, he has some ideological things that like we all do. But I think what I like about him the most, and we're kind of similar in that way, is like we both have strong takes that we hold loosely, and we adjust and are pretty fluid with when we learn information really quickly. I respect his process a lot. I respect his data a lot, especially when it comes to like prospecting. He's had some really good. Yeah, it does. And I have
if it's pushing Woody, I can't get behind this.
Well, and I think that's because of I think it's probably because the Montgomery range of outcomes is he's not that efficient. He is kind of old. And Woody can catch passes.
And then you get Woody in there, and he's super inefficient and not that good either. It's gonna be sweet.
Well, I got news for you, buddy. At 140, a bunch of these Jags kind of suck and don't do a whole lot. But if Woody's going to
Marshawn Lloyd, you can get him in the 14th round every time.
Brother, I've had 20+% of Marshawn Lloyd back-to-back years. You don't got to tell me about the joys of his 0.
Dude, he's so good, though. You just have to stay healthy.
He's so good. He went in the 3rd round, and he's done dick.
But, like, he just has to stay healthy. And if he does, he's going to smash.
The tail is all this time. It's what the Brooks people
smash so hard.
At this point, I am just taking Lloyd over. What are the LA? It did Kolar go? It doesn't make me happy, but
yeah, no, he's there.
Kolar. Yeah,
we could take Darren
Kolar or Waller, and I think you have to take him with the Herbie stack. Go Waller. Actually,
let's
stacking.
Have some fun.
Yeah, naked Herbert, baby,
and naked Waller. God, this is awesome. All right, let's hop in one more real quick.
I'm even going to recap the team. Sad.
No, I'm not. Pause for a second, Emo. Pause for a second. I was enjoying the conversation, and you're trying to ruin it. Justin Herbert, Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers, naked Herbo. But we did get 10 picks of ADP value, so can't complain. Christian McCaffrey, Bucky Irving, Jalen Warren, Woody Marks, Marshawn Lloyd, Malik Neighbors, Rashee Rice, Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, Dejon Stribling, Pat Bryant, Ted Hurst, George Kittle, Brenton Strange, and Darren Waller. That's a 9.6 out of 10.
I think it's just as ugly and good as you need to be to win the whole damn thing.
Oh, what I meant to ask you is, were you sweating any week 17s last year other than your Tower BBM?
Yeah. What Eric forgets to mention is I had like 2 to 3 more week 17 sweats than he did.
I didn't have any. I was so sad and boring.
I had 7 week 17 sweats.
Holy shit. Out of how many teams?
Somewhere between 900 and 1,000 teams.
Oh, okay. Okay. That tracks then.
But I mean, like, you got to remember, I think a good amount of those were like, almost every draft I do on the Sanctuary, besides my solo stuff on there occasionally, has guests. A lot of the Tower drafts,
equity in the shitter.
I would say, famously, some of those teams come out pretty good. But yeah, no, like, what, maybe 60-70% max of my portfolio is solo. So, if you adjust that down to like 500 to 600 drafts, 7 finals teams on Underdog, and I'm counting the DK teams I did. I don't think I got any to the week 17 finals on DK. I didn't have any good drafter sweats last year. I ran really poorly with like Cam Scatabo going down, really fucking crutched me in those contests.
I got lucky on that one.
Yeah. So, so I'd say like what, maybe like 650 to 700 Underdog drafts, maybe 400 to 500 of those solo, 7 teams. That's pretty good.
Sweet. Let's service the chat. One player, Emo, from yesterday's game that will be overreacted to and shouldn't be pulled up.
It's I'm going to say Spears. I'm a Spears guy. I have a lot of Spears, but if we're going to overreact to how much he looked like, we saw nothing new about Spears. We learned nothing new about Spears. Quite frankly, my other take is I like the Stribling bet, but I think we're going to double count Stribling getting 6 catches against a dog shit defense with the second team when he's probably clearly the best, second team player on the field. And it sounded like Shanahan was like, get him into situations, use him, make him learn the reps. I think we might be double counting that too much to what he is.
I'm taking Puka here, by the way.
Yeah.
I agree. Stribling shouldn't be pulled up. Am I going to chase him up the board? No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I'm worried he goes too high for like my liking. because
He will.
Because week 1 we're expecting CMC to be healthy, Evans to be healthy, Kittle to be healthy. Like there's only so many targets that are going to go around. And then he was working with the twos, right? Had he rested, like he needs all the reps he can get, but had he rested and been like,
bullish,
okay,
go up, maybe he rests next week though. He probably rests next week.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he needs all the reps. Like Shanahan said, he did really good, but there's some things I wanted him to improve. So I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to get some good reps and stuff. But and then like Mike Washington looked pretty good. He's definitely the RB2, right? Dare Ogunbowale is a special teams guy. So I'd say treating Michael Washington like the RB2 you should be doing. But I think some people are already kind of overreacting on what he did in the preseason. And I don't know that, like, you know, he should probably be going around Woody Marks, Lloyd, Sharbs, but is he a better click than a bunch of those other guys? I don't know that that's true. And shout out the BBC. Mike Washington was like an auto click on like every team that I drafted with the BBC
and the PPR
in the last like 2 rounds. Well, just like he was the most, he simmed the best of all the late running backs. And I didn't always click him because I'm like, late round rookie, yada, yada.
Yo, Charles, I didn't make that pick. That Woody is an emo ass pick. I ain't doing that. That's my first click of Woody this year, I think.
Structurally, it made sense. It was an RB2. We were allowed to stop at 5.
No, he sucks. Saw your video on upside draft picks. I have the first pick, Gibbs, then Javonte plus wide receiver ? It's a sharp room. All the other RBs will be gone. What do you think? 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex. No, don't take Javonte at the 2-3 turn. Emo?
I was gonna say we're on the clock and then I'll get back to this.
Let's make a draft pick. London, Bowers.
Go London.
Let's do it. All right, yeah, it can't be Javonte, right?
In PPR, I'm less into Javonte because of the pass catching stuff. I think I'd prefer a different running back. You didn't say how many teams, so I have to assume 12. And in a 12-team draft, I do think like a DeAndre Swift or a David Montgomery or like those guys are very similar to Javonte in a vacuum because Javonte kind of has to run pure on touchdowns. But I'm Gibbs for sure at that point. And because you have 2 flex, I don't think you have to like freak out about running back either, quite
especially
honestly.
if you have Gibbs.
Yeah.
I would be probably going either
on the clock.
I think my ideal start there at the 2-3 turn. Let's make a pick. McBride, Rice. Those are my 2 options.
Let's go McBride.
I think
you're running back.
I think in a 12-team league, if I have the first pick, I'm playing for Neighbors Jeremiah Love at the 2-3 turn.
Jeremiah Love over Javonte for sure. I worry that in a like normies overreacting to preseason for sure, right? You're going to see like 14 touches, a touchdown. I wouldn't be surprised if Love is going.
I don't think he had a touchdown, did he?
Or no, he didn't.
That bullshit underdog graphic.
If he does,
Yeah, no.
It's Love for sure.
I think he's still there in a 12-team league, though.
If he makes it to the turn. Also, so the Singleton thing is interesting, right? Because I think people are overreacting on Singleton. The tackle totally whiffed, got nothing out of the edge. So like an edge coming straight off the line is gonna blow up like a majority of running backs. The best you can hope is kind of slow him down. And I don't know that was like the cleanest. I as a pass pro rep, I don't think that's the cleanest. He totally whiffed. It's totally bad. So if people are going to overreact to the Spears run plus the Singleton unblocked edge defender blown up pass pro, it's probably a little too much because Singleton's had a pretty strong camp. And like either of Spears or Pollard could miss time. So I wouldn't.
Hey, what up, Hulk? And Hartman chimes in. Singleton sucks. That helped confirm my Briars, though. Yeah, I'm not doing the Singleton thing.
I'm a big Spears bag holder, but I'm not going to ignore that Singleton was interesting in college and has had a pretty any running back with Brian Daboll could bury you if he gets 15 plus touches a game. End statement.
I don't see it. It's like you said, it's questionable offense at best. I don't see a world where he overtakes either of them. So it's purely injuries. And I don't know.
Well, it's not though, right? It's BBG made this point poorly. But Pollard and Spears both do not belong to this regime, and they're both in contract years. This team could easily, by end of season, with a lost season, with a bad QB, with a questionable offense, decide to phase out some of the vets or trade away the vets. Pollard could easily get traded midseason. And then Singleton and Spears, if Spears misses any time, which he's done the last 3 years, like over the course of a long season with a bottom 10 offense and a new regime, there's multiple ways for, and that's why I'm not a big Ridley guy, right? Because he already took a pay cut. He doesn't belong to this regime. Everything points to get the young guys involved and see who's worth keeping around or giving a lot of touches. That's the Singleton bet if you're making it.
Yeah, but the thing there also, like, I get that, like, you can tear down the part aspect of like the playing time. I just think he's bad, and it's a bad offense too. So like,
I'm with you, but it might not matter if volume is king is the problem.
I don't know if we're gonna see that much volume. Scat, Loveland.
God damn.
Luther.
Go Swift. I'm Swift over Scatabo.
No way.
Fine, go Cam Scatabo. Jesus.
No
at least
way.
I have takes.
Huh?
I said at least I have takes.
Swift is not like Swift's a fine pick in the fifth
You can't sit here and complain about the Giants and then not want the running back one on Chicago who catches like 50 passes a year.
I would rather take the other Chicago guys over him, is what I'm saying. Like, not even like, I don't even care about passing running back there.
I do. You should.
You do.
In fantasy, you should. It's a
no,
Ben
like,
Johnson.
Structurally, it's like not that bad.
What?
When you can get Marshawn Lloyd and Jadon Blue in the 14th round every time, you're good.
This is dude, this sucks. Dealing with you and BBG is like dealing with me from 2 years ago, where it's like, no, I don't want good bets in good prices because of dog shit later that I've already attributed upside to. Dude, and ignoring the range of outcomes for both sets of those players.
I choose to ignore the range of outcomes for DeAndre Swift. It's like a 5th round ass pick, man.
No, actually, he's a 3rd round value that we're getting in the 5th round. We're on the clock.
Are you sure of that?
I'm positive.
Tootin?
Yeah.
I'm Tootin or Evans.
Go Evans.
Oh, didn't get it in.
Yeah, you did.
Snuck it in.
My
Swift
young
over Scat. Charles says Swift over Scat.
There you go.
Let's not take the RBs on the team the coach wants to break the scoring record. Makes sense. Who needs those touchdowns? No way, Michael said pass on Swift because of Jadon Blue. Obviously, I was being sarcastic. I just don't I'd rather take. I understand the structural concerns on passing on running back there.
Do you?
Yes, obviously I do. I'm not a full-blown dumbass, but I am.
Aaron, hold on.
I'm just snappy enough to not want to pass on Burden.
I need confirmation that Michael O'Hara is not, quote, a full-on dumbass. I have doubts.
I'm happy to confirm. I understand the punishment that you have to take on if you pass on running back there after going wide receiver, tight end. But even if structurally, you're going to get me to click DeAndre Swift over the other Bears pass catchers. Yeah. Half blown dumbass. OG Mans fan. Half blown dumbass.
Loveland would have been a great pick there if we hadn't already gotten.
Dude, it doesn't matter. You can just take him. You can just do things.
O'Hara.
You can take awesome players on your teams.
O'Hara, this ignores. Look, when you're with me, you're going to draft optimally. And optimal drafting does not ignore structural soundness. Okay, buddy?
If you do Loveland there, you just punt quarterback.
Man, this was not the run out I was hoping for, Aaron. I'm not going
to lie. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? The disclaimer at the end is what I needed. She doesn't know that much, so she assumes you're a genius, and therein lies the rub.
Yeah, it's awesome. You just throw out the word yards per route run, and people are confounded. It's sweet.
You know what has more signal than yards per route run? No, you don't.
Points per game.
First rounds per route run.
Yeah, I don't dabble in that area though.
Yeah, you haven't gotten there yet. That's okay.
No, I have access to it. I just don't dabble. In the sims that are in my balls, that doesn't hold any weight.
Hartman,
0.0%
Swift is a
weight.
good player, and
Who?
people ignore that he was crushing before the lower body injuries late in the season.
Yeah, but like he's not a good player. He's like a player.
No, he's actually a good player.
Jaden Daniels.
Holy God.
Ramondre.
God damn it. It's Ramondre.
We can get one of these guys around. Let's take Daniels.
Fine. Take Daniels.
God,
I wanted
so
two of these running backs.
Emo just looking at position instead of picking good players. You hate to see it, buddy. I'm trying to teach him here. You can just take guys who are sick.
Yeah, let me know how that
needs a BBC in his life.
You know, it's funny. Y'all would have said that. Y'all literally said the same thing about Sam Sherman's team that won $2 million last year. Like, these aren't fun players. You can take fun players, guys. And
he had Luther Burden. It was sweet.
Luther Burden didn't get him there.
Yeah, it did. It hit his lineup in week 17.
No, I'm saying what.
Oh yeah, but like it literally got him to $2 million.
Ignore the rest of the roster. Famously,
I will.
Fit the narrative as you may. See, I knew we were gonna get. Okay, thank God, it's Warren.
What do you mean, Jalen Warren is there? And even if Jalen Warren wasn't there, we could have just taken Rico Dowdle.
I like both the guys. I don't like only having 2 running backs before the drop off.
How many times do I have to explain it to you? Marshawn Lloyd and Jadon Blue are both available in the 14th round. How many times do I have to explain
to you that you cannot arbitrage everything? As someone that has tried every year, there's not an arbitrage for everything.
You can just make up points at running back. It's not real. Running back scoring is not real.
Can you?
You can just find it anywhere.
There's less.
We can hit the waiver wire.
O'Hara, did you not? The waiver wire. That's a great line. That's a great line. I like that. The best ball waiver line. Actually, dude, that's a great podcast name. Holy shit.
The best ball waiver wire.
O'Hara, now that you've fired BBG, would you like to collaborate on the
I didn't
best
fire BBG.
Oh, I'm sorry. After BBG fired you,
would I like to collaborate on the best ball waiver wire podcast?
And every week we just tell teams that suck the team you could have had you picked this player.
Yeah. We should do that.
Yeah.
Will Diggs outscore Terry this year, Emo?
I think in 30% of outcomes it's possible. I think Terry's the better player. Terry's the better red zone guy. Terry's also got more chemistry and rapport with Daniels, and all the signs were leading to him getting utilized as the main alpha. So I'd say 70% of the time, I think Terry outscores him. That's probably too confident, but I think Diggs is a great click.
Yeah, I was thinking more like 27%, I think is more accurate.
I mean, you know what? I was too high. That's fair.
If you punt anything, it should probably be tight end. The math would tell you that, but
I mostly agree. But also, the Sims tell us that like having a strong ceiling at every position matters. And if you look at 5 years of results, it's hard to disagree.
I mean, Goombas has an argument that I don't think you can refute.
I mean, I'm investing in offenses and I'm investing in passing upsides. I think one thing people are not understanding enough is that Roman and Nagy offenses do not hyper-focus the running back in the pass game like Brian Daboll offenses do. And Brian Daboll leaving is a big hit for Scadabo's ceiling from a pass-catching standpoint.
So who do we take here?
I'd love to see the queue.
Come on, buddy.
I
don't mind either of these running backs.
Let's go Corum.
Yeah, preferably Corum.
Chuba needs to fall if he has a multi-week hammy.
Oh, the good thing about Chuba is that he's just unclickable.
You know, I'm not surprised that a Jadon Blue Marshawn Lloyd lapper thinks that. It's truly a unique thought. I've never heard that before from someone that touts those guys.
You know who else I've been touting? Guess.
Who else?
Yes. Just like thinking about the running backs. Guess.
Touting or anti-touting?
Touting.
It's got to be.
He knows Chuba Hubbard really well.
Oh, I mean, I know you're a Brooks guy.
Brooks, Jadon Blue, Marshawn Lloyd.
What could go wrong? Of course you're a Brooks guy. You've never had an original thought in your life.
No, you cannot do that to me.
I know.
Worthy, Fannin.
Let's go Pierce. I think with this room, I'm willing to take the Pierce dive.
I can't believe that.
For late season, may as well.
I can't believe it. Fine.
I know you don't have much, so it's time to get some in your portfolio.
Fine. Is it bad? I am investing a ton in Seattle passing game. Ben Love double tapping Cup Horton the last 2 picks. I mean,
Why
you're
are you
just picking the wrong
drafting Cup,
players.
Charles?
You're just picking the wrong players. Shahid's there for you at 135 like every time.
Ugh.
What do you mean, ugh?
Okay. Ugh. No,
you can't
Cup.
make a case against Rashid Shaheed at
No.
135.
I'm talking about Cup. I like Shaheed.
Oh. There's no
Charles-
case to be made.
Charles, no wonder your wife has a BBC. That is some sexless clicking shit to just be loading up on Cup in the last round when Booty is available.
Booty's worse.
Booty's
Dude,
not.
Cup's gonna have like 35 catches.
Booty's gonna have at least 45. Mathematically, in BBG's box score mine, that's better.
It is. That basically is better. But like, what if he gets like 10 of the catches in week 17?
Who, Cup?
Yeah.
You know what? If he gets
Like, what
10
if?
of the catches, if he gets 10 catches week 17, I will shit in a shoe live on stream. You have my word.
Yo, when are you mailing me that brisket, by the way?
Does that answer
I was
your
hoping
question?
to get it soon.
I am never mailing meat ever. That you know what? I'm ever since
25 pounds.
ever since first of all, it would cost an arm and a leg. Second of all, I don't like you that much. And third of all, I'm very Japanese when it comes to the quality of the food you receive. I will have domain and supervision over. I ship meat. I have no control over how it arrives to you. So you cannot leave my establishment with my meat. You cannot take my meat away from me. It happens in my dojo.
Also, Max Adam is in this draft, and I didn't realize. Let's see what kind of shitter he's building. Unfortunately, it's a pretty good team. That's sad to see.
Shocking. The young Ward is drafting a good team.
God damn it. But maybe he'll do naked Herbert as well. We could use a quarterback at some point.
Some are saying naked Herbert is optimal because
it is because he runs.
The offense is not condensed.
He runs sometimes too when the offensive line is bad. I like Higgins here. Running back's not really real in this range. Oh, I guess let's take White. I don't mind that.
Hold on, let me see quarterback.
We have Daniels.
Real quick.
Huh?
Queue up White, but let me see quarterback and let me see receiver.
I think it's White.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Alongside Daniels.
This is what you have to do when you don't take DeAndre Swift.
What do you mean, dude? Rashad White's a sweet pick. He could score more points than Cedric Swift.
You cannot tout Lloyd, Brooks, and Blue. And
dude, they're all in the same bucket of running back.
They all caught passes one
they
time. Therefore,
they are like guys with super sweet ceilings.
Aaron, your boyfriend pattern matches like a toddler. Can I just say that out loud?
There's nothing just like pattern matching about Rashad White.
He caught pass. That means he's good.
No. It's an ambiguous backfield alongside a quarterback and an offense that I want to invest in.
Doesn't sound that ambiguous, but yes, I concur on all of the archetypal. But if we adjust for information, he might be in for a rough season.
Yeah, no, he could certainly, but like I'm gonna be heavy on both of them. Seriously, like I'll be heavy on both of them.
You should be heavier on Bill, I think.
We'll see where it shakes out.
And I did not have that take 3 months ago.
I still like Higgins here.
Or
Willis.
I'm Coker over Higgins.
I'm fine with that.
If we're going for up, like at this point, we need full upside, and then if Matt Harmon's model is going to comp him to Chris Godwin 3 different seasons, I think I'm just going to click Coker instead of Higgins.
You're just going to do it.
Full-time route guy.
You're just going to do it.
I mean, trust Matt Harmon.
Emo's shoe shitter's good season-long team name. Make that your team name in the Toxic Tower League.
Hey man, we're in two creator leagues. Maybe it's time to change a name.
Hartman's at number 3 too. Damn it, these guys are building better teams than us, Emo.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get left behind at fucking running back.
No, we're not left behind. How many times do I have to remind you what's there in the 14th round?
I only like one player on this running back room for sure.
What?
Yeah.
Who? Corum?
Warren. Warren should be going right next to.
Warren's a good click.
Warren should be going ahead of Henderson and right next to Judkins and ahead of Tootin. There, I said it. Warren should be going ahead of Tootin.
That's nonsense. Clip that.
No,
Mods.
it's actually sharp. It's
Mods.
sharp.
Max, clip that. I don't draft any charge before Keaton.
Oh, you like pass catching, but you don't like the pass catcher with Aaron Rodgers who just spams.
I like Warren. But he shouldn't be going ahead of Tootin.
How many passes do you think Tootin's going to catch?
This is a Woody ass team 2.0. Like 40.
No, the team can't afford Woody.
Like 40.
So Warren is in line to get 15 to 30 more targets, and you don't think he should be going ahead of Tootin?
But the offense is going to be better, and he's going to be wildly more efficient on the ground.
Warren looks like a better running back than Tootin for sure right now.
Zoom out, bro. Look at the college prospect profile.
2 running backs sharing a backfield that is top 5.
No, Chris Rodriguez, like
versus 3.
He couldn't be not real. Rodriguez might not be real.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, but like when the season plays out, though, like right now, sure, I acknowledge that, but when things play out, he could.
If one running back is left to the full workload, who scores more, Warren or Tootin?
Tootin, pretty easily.
Wrong.
Who do you like?
Fucking
I don't like Tracy.
Dude.
Oh wait, no, we got Scat.
It's dimes. It's dimes with Pierce.
Fine. That's probably smart. Thanks for putting me on that one.
I'm aware.
Someone needs to keep this team on sailing straight.
Famously, I don't get to have fun on any stream I'm on because I have to be the structural daddy to make sure we don't draft dog shit.
There we go.
I love it. I think you should have more than 6% Rico though.
Rico's backup over Tootin.
C-Rod's backup. Rico's backup versus C-Rod's backup. I'll take that.
6% Rico. I have a lot of both of them.
Yeah, you should have a lot of both. I think both are mispriced. I think Warren's total upside with pass catching is slightly higher, but I also think that Rico's single spike ceiling is higher. So have a lot of both.
I am taking that approach. That's kind of I take both of them in that range where I pull Rico up a fair amount, to be honest. I don't really care about the ADP.
But yeah, if my manifesto came out, Warren's ADP is grossly wrong and should be going right next to Judkins and Tootin. Rico should be going right next to Pollard and Brooks. Like we once drafted Najee Warren on a worse offense back to back in the mid 70s, but now
who's we? Who's we?
The market.
Okay. Thank God. Omar? Tight end?
Trey Tucker.
God. Where even
or
is
Naylor,
he?
But I'm Tucker over Naylor.
I like Tucker over Naylor too. There's a guy who's like always in my streams. He's sweet. He's cool. But he has across like 1,200 teams, he has 45% Jalen Naylor.
Wrong. I wouldn't do that, buddy.
Why do you always have to be the fun police? That's fair. Tootin's kind of mid. That's incorrect.
Do people
actually my favorite RB handcuff? Pittsburgh. Sharp?
Yes. I think
not really a handcuff, but
no. He's talking about taking both guys on the same team.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Handcuck, you mean?
Yeah, that's a handcuck, Charles, for those of us that aren't 57. And then if there's gonna be, I think it's one of the few teams where both prices do not inhibit you, but also if you're gonna handcuck a room, I think Washington's another fair shout because like they do different things and it's also their prices are cheap enough. But again, Pittsburgh last year with maybe a less total friendly like scoring pace and upside was a top 5 expected running back room. Everything we've heard and seen in training camp is that Warren and Rico are kind of interchangeably used. We know that Rodgers is going to spam the shit out of the running back. You absolutely should be taking both of those guys more often than not. I don't know that I'd be doing that in any other room. I think C-Rod and Tootin is maybe a little too prohibitive, but it's possible. But they ran really hot on running back rushing touchdowns off turnovers last year. I believe Rich Rebar, the GOAT, talked about that. So I wouldn't be too much into doing that. The Green Bay guys is maybe an interesting one because of the range of outcomes with suspension and usage.
Dallas.
And then the Tampa Bay guys may be a little too prohibitive, but the Pittsburgh guys are for sure ones I would do that plenty.
Well, have you seen Gretsch's spiel on the running back targets in Pittsburgh last year?
I have not. No.
It was something like it was like 120 plus targets to the running backs, and Gainwell was like top 5 in the league, and Warren still had like 45. It's just mind-bending stuff how much passing volume there was. And I don't think that Rico is much of a pass catcher, but just
he averages almost 3 a game targets. I think his pass catching is underrated. I would say Warren's ceiling is higher from a pass catching, but Rico's not a 0, and that's what makes them both viable and kind of interchangeable.
Okay, you know what time it is? Oh my God, they're all gone.
I need to see the board.
Marshawn Lloyd and Jadon Blue are all gone.
Charbonnet. It's Charbonnet. It's Charbonnet. It's Charbonnet. It's Charbonnet. It's Charbonnet. It's Charbonnet.
That's a terrible pick.
Scroll up. Who other running backs are you taking him over right now?
Probably Kamara.
Fantasy Football Garage, aka the Candyman, one of the sharpest to ever do it, has a cheat
Thanks
sheet.
for hosting, Emo.
You're welcome.
Go ahead. Proceed.
Are we buying expensive Warren coming off of career years? More touchdowns last year than whole career total previously with now increased competition. Candyman, I would say part of that is because of the injury time he's missed, especially 2 years ago. I'd also argue that's because he had a first-round running back in front of him with a different coaching staff. With a new coaching staff in town that isn't as keen on draft capital and bullshit, I would say yes. And here's the reason why. The offensive ceiling, I think, is higher with Micah McCarthy leading it than Arthur Smith, who's good for running backs, but not necessarily good for pace and total play. I think the weapons have increased the ceiling of this offense as well, with Pittman and Freiermuth able to be more condensed this offense. You've also got a little bit better depth with Jeremy Bernard. And ultimately, Warren looked explosive, efficient. Rico looked explosive and efficient in spurts. Warren full year. And I'd say that the ceiling for both guys is very high, and everything we've seen and heard from camp now is that Warren is like stepping into the Kenny Gainwell like pass catching role, and I don't need him to score as many touchdowns if he's going to catch 1.5x the receptions he did last year, because that washes out. And then if he runs hot on touchdowns, bang bang, we're back on the clock.
I know. I'm just going to take Ferguson.
Yep, I was going to say let's take an upside shot.
Okay. Wicks at 157, uncommon ball. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just draft with morons, man. Someone's got to pay the rake.
Scared.
Someone's got to pay the rake, Max. It's not Max. It was rear view something. Morons. Don't mind Cincinnati with Pirine for free. I do mind Pirine. I do think it. I haven't looked at the numbers.
I don't know that I don't want to handcuff my second round pick necessarily. I think in season long it's fine. I'm less into it on I think on DK 20 rounds PPR, it's more viable. I'm not doing on underdog though.
This is BBG's disc golf partner, right? KY.
I won't dox him like that, but maybe.
Rico has the same amount of catches as Warren the last 2 years.
But again, Warren, you have to adjust for the time that Warren missed literally 2 years ago to injury. Let's
played
not
alongside,
box score. Go per game numbers, folks.
And Warren played alongside Kenny Gainwell, who is superior to both of them as a pass catcher.
Many people forget Kenny Gainwell, the guy.
So that is undoubtedly capped his access to receiving volume last year.
People forget.
Wait, Blue is now in a 14th rounder. Crazy. I drafted him on my first BBM team. In my world, he's a 14th rounder. You can still get him in the 15th sometimes, but basically 14th, 15th is the price you're paying now.
Are you acknowledging the fact that the vibes around Blue are not super great? That the RB2 spot could be a split between him and Maffa.
Yeah. In the contingent scenario.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that's a possibility, but I'm also very tantalized by the idea of him just having a role standalone that's 8 to 10 touches a game where he just gets to go be explosive in this offense.
So
I do think that's what's coming for him.
I do want to revisit the last 2 years. Even on a per game basis, Rico and Warren are averaging basically it's 2.9 versus 3.1 over a 2 year span targets per game. So they are very equivalent in the last 2 years. If you expand that to include Warren's career and Rico's career, Warren has topped out at 4.4 targets a game in 2023. Rico has never touched those. So like Warren does have a higher target ceiling. And what we've heard and seen in camp, if you look at some of the camp reports, is that Warren is getting a little bit more of those quick passing plays than Rico is. But both are great picks. Did we get wiped out at quarterback 3, by the way?
Yeah, we're toast.
Okay, we're going to wait.
We forgot McBride.
Click running back. Let's go
like Davis.
Yeah.
I also like Branch.
Back here. None of these receivers fill me with joy. Maria Kondo.
Not even Zachariah Branch?
Why the fuck do I care about a 175-pound soaking wet scam screen artist?
Because he catches screens. What up, Tom? Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Good to see you, Tom.
Blue is more of a Javonte fade on an explosive offense for me. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Javonte,
I think he's worthwhile with spikes, but I am a little concerned that they maybe don't trust him with volume. And if he's essentially like Dallas Keaton Mitchell, and we hope he's as good as Keaton Mitchell, that's less exciting for me on this site.
What ADP do Blue and Lloyd finish at, assuming no injuries or anything?
Lloyd higher than Blue. Lloyd's probably going to finish in like the 135, 40 range.
I was going to guess 12, 13 turn.
The 160s. Hit receiver
Gunner?
tab real quick.
Keenan?
Tight end tab.
Gunner?
Yeah, just grab any receiver.
Keenan it is, buddy. Where's he signing?
Keenan! I need him to sign. I was gonna say Booty, but
no. You don't have to draft Swift. You can draft guys who are better than him.
Who's better than Swift?
Loveland and Burden. Both of them.
Burden's for sure better than Swift in fantasy.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's a 0% in the range of outcomes that, barring injury, that DeAndre Swift scores more points than Luther Burden. 0.
0%.
Yes. 0.
0 is incorrect.
Tom likes Swift, but he doesn't like Monungai. I don't like either of them, really. I guess I don't really know where Monungai goes in redraft.
I love to fade running backs on a run-heavy offense connected to Ben Johnson, who just showed that both guys can be hits at ADP.
Finally, someone makes a good point on this program.
Aaron, I have some concerns.
Finally.
If
the choice is Burden and Loveland or Swift, I'm just going to take the good player.
Head-ass boyfriend alert. No wonder you and PPR get along so well. You both just make ridiculous claims.
That Luther Burden is going to score more points than...
No, this explains your BTJ love, too.
Yeah, he's also sweet.
BTJ
Did you not watch football in 2024?
I was there. Don't quote the scripture to me, brother. He needs a different quarterback is the problem. Different system.
I don't know, man. Like he went for like 150 and change against the Colts with Lawrence, albeit with like a 75-yard touchdown mixed in there. He was mossing everyone on the Browns with with Lawrence. I don't know. I think
by the way, for the record, I like all of the Bears guys. Once again for the chat, structurally it was either take Loveland for a bully tight end. We had McBride.
No, you can't add context
and go 4 rounds without a running back in this economy.
Swift is better than Burden and
you know what we could.
No context.
I'm trying to push Burden into the 5th, and you're not even on board with that.
Oh, okay. I hadn't considered that. My bad. I'm wrong here. Yeah, we need to get Burden into the 5th. That's my bad. Take Swift over Burden every time.
Thank you.
I'm not on the right page as you. Okay. Tight end or
yeah, I think it's got to just be another. It's got to be a running back or tight end. I can't see the players, so you're just gonna have to make a click here.
Jordan James,
tight end. Waller. For fuck's sake!
It's too late. It's too late. Jordan James. That was a good pick. He's the handcuff to Christian McCaffrey.
Broken ribs.
It doesn't matter. No, fractured. It's 2 to 3 weeks.
Do we have different definitions of fracture?
Yeah, broken is not fractured. Fracture is like it's like a little line. I've seen the X-rays before.
Terrible
like
click.
Right
it all was a much better click. Fuck.
No. He wasn't. He had to play with the backups last night. Did you not see that?
I don't give a fuck. Over a 17-game sample, he's going to get fucking work. God damn. We just saw the RB4 for the Cardinals get work.
Dude, it's Keaton missile season.
Unreal.
Man. No better way to close out the stream than getting tight about Kamani Vidal versus Jordan James.
You want to make a bet? Vidal scores more points than James 10 times out of 10.
No, I don't want to make that bet because median outcome, he definitely does.
No. I just said 10 times out of 10.
Oh, but that's not, you can't ever quantify that bet.
Oh, you haven't ascended to the 5th plane like I have? Stay poor.
No, you can't quantify that bet. I can't see all the sims. I don't have them in my balls like you.
I mean,
Vidal after James, what a gift.
Honestly, though. Yeah, all because this guy is Okay, can we talk about why are you flipping between tabs instead of just pulling up? Like, what's going on here?
I've got 2 windows open. One, the full draft board, and one's our picks.
Why? Just make it the same fucking window.
They don't go in the same window.
You hit the... Do you know? No. Hold on. We're going to do some streamer 101 here. We can't keep flipping between the fucking boards. Just open up the goddamn draft board and have it the same fucking window.
It doesn't open in the same window.
No, you hit the fucking grid. It's good. I do this all the time. Every fucking week. I flip between the board.
No, it doesn't do it on my computer. I've tried. We'll have to talk about this later.
This feels like a you problem.
It is a me problem, and I'm okay with the problem.
Is this like a fucking Mac bullshit thing?
No, I've got a Dell.
Hold on. You hit that grid button and it just opens up a new window instead of just flipping to the board.
Well, it does. It makes like a small board.
Okay, but okay. This is a your window problem. Fit this window better in your StreamYard. Hold on. Do you have
let's end the stream.
No. We're doing this live. Making the sausage. Do you have this pulled out? Do you have this pulled out as its own window?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, it's its own window.
So you can resize it.
I can resize it as much as or as little as I'd like.
So you can both ways, length and width.
Yeah.
Okay, now zoom out. There we go. Now zoom out a little bit. Go to your zoom. Look at this. Now zoom. Oh
my God, we did it, guys. We did it.
Christ. Solve the problems live.
What a good way to end this stream. 5 minutes of Emo teaching me how to YouTube.
It was actually 1.5 minutes if you wouldn't have fought me on it. And by the way, chat, you ever want to get into streaming? Lesson learned. Make it easier on the guest and the chat so we're not having to fucking not see who the fuck is available and make dog shit James fucking
black. No, I wanted Jordan James.
I didn't. I'm the guest.
But sometimes I get to call the shots.
Aaron, does he get to run the? I have doubts.
All right, thank you, everyone, for hopping in, Sladen.
Hold on, before we get out of here.
Yeah,
like and subscribe.
I was gonna get there, numbnuts.
Leave a comment. I'm host mogging you.
At least we have one starting running back on our $5 team.
She's laughing. She wears the
Aaron loves the program. Aaron loves the program. Evolving in real time.
So we do.
We landed it, KY.
I give back, and also the sizing was terrible because now when you actually go back to the players, we can see who the fuck is on the team instead of just like 3 players at the top. Now people can see what's going on.
I like this less though, but I do have to be a viewer-centric creator.
Well, to be fair, you can still stretch it a little bit more, zoom in a little bit extra. This is better than what you were doing.
This is way worse.
No, it's not. No, actually,
for me, as a drafter.
Well, it's not about you, buddy.
That's Aaron, what I'm saying.
Aaron, it's not always about him, is it?
Thanks for subbing, Charles. All right, let's get out of here. Emo, thank you for your time today. That felt about as toxic as it gets away from the tower. If you are not already, sub to Emo on both the Sanctuary and the Tower. They are both linked in the description. Thank you all for taking some time out of your Friday afternoon to come chat with us and watch us fight about player archetypes and whatnot. That was a blast, but for now, I will see you all next time.